I think about the past, the endless waiting, the stolen moments, the pain of pretending. I remember the nights I cried, wondering if the world would ever let us be. But now those tears feel like a distant memory, washed away by the peace of what we've become. He taught me that love isn't about perfection or control. It's about surrendering to what's real. The world might never fully understand us, but that no longer matters. Our hearts understand, and that's enough. There's a quiet kind of power in love that refuses to die, that chooses tenderness even after being wounded. I see it every time he looks at me with that same unwavering faith, the one that says, we made it. The walls are gone, and in their place stands something vast and eternal. Love without limits, without borders, without apology. We no longer hide from the world. We walk through it hand in hand, unashamed, unbroken, unstoppable. I still remember the first morning we woke up without fear. The sunlight poured through the window, warm and forgiving, touching our faces like a blessing. I watched him sleeping beside me, his breath steady, his hand resting over mine. It was such a simple thing, yet it carried the weight of every battle we had fought to get here. No more running, no more pretending, just peace. I realized then that love's greatest victory isn't loud or dramatic. It's quiet, steady, and undeniable. It's in the way two hearts beat in rhythm after surviving chaos. It's in the stillness that follows the storm, when you finally exhale and know you're free. That morning, I promised myself never to let fear rebuild the walls we torn down. Our love was not a secret anymore. It was a truth we had earned with every wound, every tear, every act of defiance that led us here. There are still moments when the past echoes through our lives. A glance from a stranger, a disapproving word, a reminder of what once held us back. But we don't flinch anymore. We've learned that the world's judgment has no power unless we let it. He always says love doesn't need to shout to be strong, and I've come to believe him. Our love speaks through laughter, through the way he holds me when I'm afraid, through the silence that feels like safety instead of distance. We no longer hide behind what's expected. We live in what's true. Every day, I see how far we've come, from shadows to sunlight, from fear to freedom. And I know that love, once given room to breathe, becomes unstoppable. There are no more barriers between us, only the boundless sky of possibility. We've crossed every line they drew, and all that remains is love, wild, brave, and endlessly ours. As years pass, I see the reflection of our journey in his eyes. The same fire still burns there, though now it glows softer, steadier. A flame that no longer fights the wind, but dances with it. The world has changed slowly, almost reluctantly, learning to accept what it once condemned. Maybe love's persistence softened it. Maybe our story whispered something new into the hearts of those who once turned away. Whatever it is, I'm grateful. We've lived through storms that tried to drown us, but love never sank. It learned to float. I often think of how different things could have been if we'd chosen fear over truth, but we didn't. We chose to love, and that choice became our legacy, our victory, our peace. When I look at him now, I don't see a forbidden love. I see the proof that no barrier, no rule, no tradition can outlast the strength of two hearts determined to be free. Now, when the night falls and I lie beside him, I think about the journey we took to reach this peace. Love isn't perfect. It's patient, stubborn, and alive. It demands that you risk everything, even your comfort, for something greater than yourself. That's what we did. We risked everything. And though we lost people along the way, we found ourselves. There's beauty in that loss, a strange kind of grace in the pain that shaped us. I trace his hand in the darkness and feel the pulse beneath his skin, a reminder that we're still here, still defying, still loving. The walls that once divided us are gone, not just in the world, but within us too. I no longer fear the future because I've already lived through what I feared most, losing him. Love, I've learned, isn't about escaping pain. It's about choosing to stay, to fight, to believe. And we did. We believed, and love won. So Here we are, standing where the old world once ended and the new one began. There are no more walls, no more chains, no more barriers between us. Only love, vast and fearless. The same love that once hid in the shadows now shines proudly beneath the sun. We are not rebels anymore. We are proof that love, when true, outlives everything meant to destroy it. When I close my eyes, I see the path we walked, scarred, messy, beautiful, and I know I would walk it again 1,000 times if it led me back to him. The world may still have rules, but none can reach us now. We built something greater than acceptance. We built freedom. And every heartbeat between us is a silent vow that no matter what comes, no matter who tries to divide us again, our love will endure. Because once the barriers fall, love becomes infinite, and so have we. I smiled, not because we had found our way back to each other, but because he had found his way back to himself. That was all I ever wanted, for him to finally see what I saw. And as I walked away that evening, there was no sadness in my heart, only gratitude. Love had done what it was meant to do. It had broken, healed, and rebuilt. It had turned pain into peace and distance into understanding. I carried him with me, not as a memory, but as a quiet reminder that love, when given freely, always leaves light behind. He had finally seen it, the truth I had whispered into his soul long ago. Now, when the world speaks of us, they call it destiny, as if the years of struggle were simply steps in some divine plan. Maybe they're right. Maybe every barrier we faced was meant to test whether our love could withstand the weight of judgment. And it did. We no longer hide. We no longer fear. The love they once tried to bury now stands as tall as the sky, unashamed and beautiful. When I walk beside him through the same streets that once whispered against us, I no longer feel small. I feel infinite. Every look, every touch, every laugh is a reminder of what we've won, not from the world, but for ourselves. What was once forbidden is now our forever, carved not in stone, but in the hearts that dared to believe that love could outlast everything. And it has. So here we are, two souls who defied the rules, who walked through fire and found peace on the other side. The world may still carry its judgments, but we no longer listen. Our love has outlived the whispers, outshined the shame, and rewritten what it means to belong. From forbidden to forever, we've traveled every road, climbed every wall, and emerged unbroken. Love has become our home, our freedom,